Today we're going to go over an application called FreeBirth. FreeBirth is a simple to use loop editor. It's fun to play with and has some interesting instruments already pre-recorded, little samples for you. The program is broken down into, I'd say, 4 basic areas in the 2 windows here. There's a third windows for effects, but I'm not going over that today. But the 2 main windows, the main window and the sample pitch window, and the main window is broken down into 2 sections. You got your basic beat editor right here to create your beat. Over here you have your mixer, which controls volume, delays, distortions, and panning. And you got your bottom section here, which controls a little bit of how the sounds are manipulated. So let's start looking at the beat editor part of it. You have 5 samples right here, represented by these dots, and they have 12 beats each going across in the loop. And then you also have these big blue dots, which are kind of a synthesized sound. So let's start. I'm going to start putting in some little beats here. So you can see I can control the volume over here of each individual instrument. So if I want to turn that instrument up, I can. I can lower it down. I also have these buttons down here, which are mute buttons, so I can mute that instrument. I'll unmute it, turn it up here. Now you got your panner. You can pan from right to left. You have a distortion knob here if you want to distort it some. And then you got this knob here, which is basically an echo or a delay. So you can see it's very simple to use. Things could be labeled better in this program, but if you just start playing with the knobs, you'll start learning what things do. So that's that instrument, and you can see that you can manipulate each instrument individually over here. So I can turn that bass up, I can turn that down. I can also start turning on these blue synthesizer sounding instrument here. And you can adjust the pitch of this synthesizer instrument with these sliders here, so I can turn things up like so. And you can also start turning on other instruments. Now I also want to go over the sample pitch here. You can see that there's 5 rows here, and these correspond to these top 5 instruments in your loop. And you also have 12 knobs. They correspond to your 12 beats. You can bend the pitch of each individual beat with these knobs. So I've got my cymbal going here in the 2nd row, which has the echo going with it as well. And I'm going to lower the pitch of that first beat there, so you can hear it's lower now, right there. And I can also turn up the beat and down the beat and up the beat. So you can see that these first 4 I've now altered the pitch. And you also notice the S over here. This is for samples, so if you want to import your own wave files, you can click on this and choose a wave file you have of an instrument. And now you can see that you can just import any instrument you have pre-recorded or from another application. Now the only real drawback I see to FreeBirth is the fact that I can't find any sort of save button to save your loop to a wave file or some other audio format. The only way that I can think of is if you could hook it up to another application or device to record your loops out. But it is definitely a fun application to play with. I recommend you give it a try. It's called FreeBirth, and it should be in your repositories. So go ahead and give it a try, and visit Films by Chris for more video tutorials like this.